So now we're being told that according to Epstein's own accounts, Bill Gates was allegedly running around with Russian prostitutes. He caught an STD and then allegedly asked Jeffrey Epstein to help him quietly source medication so he could dose his wife without her knowing. Just to be clear, this was an email that Epstein wrote to himself, likely pondering over sending it, and then he never bothered to. We know that he was a master of getting dirt on people and keeping it to use later as leverage. Bill is claiming that it's all fabricated, but I don't buy that. It's all very sus, especially given how guilty he looked back in that ABC interview he gave in January of 2023, in which at the time plenty of us were pointing out he just looked so caught. And when the opportunity presented itself for that TV presenter to pounce on him, or the journalist I should say, she let him off the hook.
And the relationship between the foundation and Epstein, which
there never was any relationship of any kind.
That's the past. Let's go to the future.
For years we were told there was nothing there. Just a few dinners, a minor lapse in judgment, something that he regretted, end of story. And every time Gates was asked about Epstein, you could see it. It was so obvious he was hiding something. The stiff body language, the evasive phrasing, the rehearsed deflection. Any normal human being could tell something didn't add up. But the journalists, they never pushed, not once.
Yeah, I shouldn't have had dinners with him. No. I mean, No, I had dinner with him and that's all.
And that you regret the relationship, the acquaintance?
That I had dinner with him.
Take ABC's Sarah Ferguson, senior reporter, big serious journalist. Gates gives the standard Epstein dodge, and what does she do? She jumps in to save him. That's the past. Let's go to the future. Straight into discussing AI, an escape hatch from the uncomfortable questions. That's not journalism. That's damage control.
That's the past. Let's go to the future.
Like she's ushering him away from the crime scene and into a nice cosy TED talk. A consequence-free safe space for tranquilised tech cult devotees, all salivating over the next AI-infested mandatory operating system that's designed to squeeze out whatever scraps of privacy you hadn't already lost. She was even helping him with answers, prompting him to remember to say that he regretted having dinner with Epstein.
And that you regret the relationship, the acquaintance?
That I had dinner with him.
And then just to really seal the deal, she poisons the well on all vaccine criticism by citing one of the most extreme conspiracy positions, a position that would be held by probably only a fraction of those who were suspicious about Bill's over-the-top enthusiasm for the vaccines.
A virulent conspiracy theory emerged during the pandemic that you were using vaccines, using the vaccine rollout to control people, even to the extent of people claiming you wanted to insert chips inside them.
This is the tactic. Discredit legitimate concerns by associating them with the most fringe opinions. And we're supposed to respect this as serious taxpayer-funded reporting? $1 billion a year for the ABC. And for fuck's sake, just wait and see. In 10 years' time, I wouldn't be surprised if getting chips implanted has become the norm. So why are we meant to believe Bill Gates on anything? The so-called benevolent billionaire. Forgive me if I'm not inclined to take Bill Gates at face value when he warns us about the next global emergency, especially when those emergencies so often align with his investments or his moral authority project.
Should we be preparing for unstoppable climate change?
Well, we can certainly reduce emissions to zero. Preparation for earthquakes, pandemics, governments are responsible for their people's welfare. And
he fearmongers on pandemics, climate catastrophes, earthquakes. He forces vaccines on us, telling us they're all safe and effective. But we clearly see he's got something to hide. Clearly, he had more than just a few dinners with Epstein. And given that he's so obviously not being truthful about this one thing, I have to lean towards believing that there's got to be some truth to the accusation of him banging the Russians and getting an STD, and then trying to spike his wife with drugs. $1 billion a year for ABC propaganda, and instead of asking him a follow-up question, they tickle his balls for him.
Thank you.
So what now for Sarah Ferguson, the big hotshot journalist? Would she admit that she failed at doing her job? Do us taxpayers have any say at all in what our money goes towards? She had every opportunity to be a proper journalist, and instead, she showed us that she's part of a machine that protects the most evil men on the planet. And she probably called herself a feminist as well.